Hi kids, it's Auntie Jessie, and today we are reading a book called Gary, and this is written by Leila Rudge. Any bird can find adventure, even Gary, a story for birds who dare to dream. Some postcards and maps. So this book is written and illustrated by Leila Rudge. Gary. Most of the time, Gary was just like the other racing pigeons. He ate the same seeds, he slept in the same loft, and he dreamt of adventure. Look at them all in their little racing tops. Gary is looking at all the maps, and he's wearing a little beanie. But on race days, when pigeons set off in the travel basket, Gary stayed at home. There's the travel basket. To pass the time, he organised his scrapbook. He had a collection of travel mementos from everywhere. Except Gary had never been anywhere because Gary couldn't fly. It's a bit sad, a pigeon that can't fly. The racing pigeons usually returned just before supper, and they always discussed wind directions and flight paths or waypoints. And Gary loved hearing about their adventures. He would perch nearby and record everything in his scrapbook. Until one night, Gary leaned a little too far and lost his balance. His scrapbook flew up in the air and Gary fell down to the bottom of the loft, and they both landed in the travel basket with a bump. The next day was race day, and Gary was a very long way from home. Dearie me, they've driven all the way into the city. By the time Gary woke up, the sky was full of feathers and flapping wings. The racing pigeons were racing, except Gary didn't go anywhere because Gary couldn't fly. Soon the other pigeons were dots in the distance. They were flying back to the loft. Gary wondered if he would ever find a way home, or if he would be lost in the city forever. It's a bit sad. Gary's collection of travel mementos always perked him up, so he opened up his scrapbook. Gradually, the city came to feel a little more familiar, and Gary felt a little less lost. He's got the map from the underground. There's a little bit of road map here and some pictures of a train track and a tunnel. They match these signs. Oh, there's a little snippet of map. Looks a bit like what he's got. A train signal and a bus. There's the train. Before long, Gary had plotted his own way back to the loft. Oh dear, where's he starting from? Up here. He's going to go all the way around, back here, down this way, and back home. This looks like a big river running through the city. He caught the bus. Gary arrived home just before supper with all sorts of new travel mementos for his scrapbook and the most adventurous adventure story. Gary couldn't fly, but Gary had been everywhere. Most of the time, Gary was just like the other racing pigeons. He ate the same seeds, he slept in the same loft, and dreamt of adventure. But on some days, the other pigeons were just like Gary. They're all on the bus. How funny. Look, he's got a Met card. That was a good story, wasn't it? Gary taught the other pigeons to travel his way. I hope you enjoyed reading the book as much as I did. Remember to hit that subscribe button, and I'll read another book with you another time.